This is JD79 here, and I'm just going to be talking about my remarks about the 3DS price drop. And the games are going to be, and we're going to be focusing on the 20 free games up here that Nintendo's going to be dishing out towards people who bought the system earlier. I bought my 3DS at launch when that thing came out. Yeah, the DS was a pretty cool system, and the thing about the problem with the DS is that, I mean, where are the games? And I also feel like that the system was like a little overpriced, or like this here, but the 3D effect over here. But it's just been a drought of games. I mean, you can't have a system. I think Nintendo was focusing too much on the hardware and they say, hey, it's cool, it's 3D and like this. And yeah, I meant I bought it here. I bought it for Street Fighter. I bought Street Fighter and Super Monkey Ball and a couple of stuff as first games that came out here, and The Sims 3. Yeah, that's like when I totally gonna be coming over here to totally went from PCs, and I bought the console versions of Sims 3 on online. And but anyway, I'm going to talk about the 20 free games like this. It seems to me a free deal, but as we can see on the picture that right now is on this video, is that these are all my 8-bit NES games I have. What about these people who... and yeah, I mean, it could be a sweet deal for some people, like especially the kids are like this. But what about those people who have been gamers for... the past, say, I've been a gamer for about 25 years, or whatever it is. Yeah, like 25, 26 years of gaming here, ever since, my first Atari, and I have my 8-bit NES over here. But as you can see, some people, like, want to prefer, I would prefer like WiiWare and 3DSiWare and like a DSiWare games instead for as compensation for like this, as a compensation for Nintendo. I bought the system for $249, and then let me see, 4 or 5 months later, you drop the price down to $169 by $80, and realizing that, well, $80 drawn down here by like owning the system for like 4 or 5 months here. And that's all I'm said. But you see, what about people who already own these games on cartridge or some other format? And I think what Nintendo should have done is, offer the first pack, which are the classic Virtual Console pack, which includes NES and Game Boy Advance games, like the 20 Game Boy Advance games that are going to be in here. And the 10 Game Boy Advance may see, hey, I'm getting 10 exclusive games. Even if that comes out, I'll probably, even if that comes out, people would still... prefer to buy the original Game Boy Advance because it doesn't replace it just doesn't replace playing the actual cart on the actual console, because you're getting a true classic experience every time you play. Now, I think what Nintendo should have done is, well, I'm not totally against that, but the second like they should have had a second choice, which involves DSiWare games and 3DSiWare games. Like, what about if I have a second pack, which includes 10 DSiWare games and 5 3DSiWare games and maybe 3 games that only ambassadors can get, and it will never be released to the public later on. Yeah, I mean, that could be a second pack for those who have been long-time gamers, and then you're looking at those free games, but who look at those free games and say, hey, look, I already have those games on cart format or whatever other format things, and don't feel like, getting just, a same thing for free. I mean, what gives? Other than to produce them on the 3DS, because to me, I think the second one would look more sense, because you can actually try out other DSiWare games. That were never released before. See, that's a good, that's what my point is. There is that I think Nintendo should release a choice of consumers, saying if you want to go the classic way, you can get the 10, 20 NES and Game Boy Advance games and go that way, or you can have a second choice where you get free DSiWare games and some 3DS Ware games, and yeah, stuff like that. And also have a promotion that can make 3 games just for those ambassadors that will only be accessible to those ambassador people. And yeah, that's what I have to say about this. And yeah, also the third option would be a mix of 8-bit NES games and DSiWare games. Like choose 5 of the 10 NES games and 5 out of 10. Choose any 10 of the 10 DSiWare or 3DSware games. Something in the middle of that one. I think that's what Nintendo should have done, and that's what I have to say. And JD out.